Hi guys, welcome to Car Service App using Flutter Part-4. In this video, we shall just extend the app what we have been developing in Part-3 with an extra feature of providing certain services for our cars. Hope you remember the Part-3 and Part-2 videos where we were discussing regarding renting a car predominantly. And in this video, we shall just focus on availing services for our cars. Okay, and the UI what we will be developing would be looking more likely like this. And as usual, before entering into the coding part, let us discuss regarding the widgets what I have used for developing this UI. Initially, I have just split the entire device into two. The first half deals with this text container and the list view, and the remaining half deals with this vertical list view option. Okay, starting with the our services text, it is nothing but a app bar where I have just set the app bar background color as transparent and given the text color as some gradient text. Okay, followed by the app bar we'll be having this line like thing. It is a container where I have specified the width and height, and followed by which we'll be having again a gradient text. And this search bar is nothing but a container where I have specified the box decoration to be a circular border radius, and inside that container I'll be having a child that is a row. So the first child for that row is the search text, followed by again a container where I have set this orange container color to be same, height to be same as that of the search container. Okay, so then it will be looking more appropriate. And that second child, which is this orange container, has a child which is an icon which I have placed at the center. Okay, and followed by which we will be having a list view. More precisely, a list view builder I have used. I have set the scroll axis as horizontal. Inside that list view, I have just set that image where I have cropped that edges using the clip or rect widget, and in, inside that over that image I have been placing this offers and this promo code using the stack. Okay, the stack widgets allow using of widgets over another, you could know, I see. Okay, and followed by this list view I'll be having another set of children, that is a row, where I have just specified same as this container height followed by a text and again the same. So this is a separate widget that is a container, and this is a separate widget that is a text, and again that container where I have just specified the color to be a linear gradient, and this entire tree is wrapped inside a row. Okay, and at last here I'll be having again a list view where I have a top to bottom scrolling option, that is horizontal scrolling, sorry, the vertical scrolling option. And for each list view I'll be having two containers, that is actually card, where I have wrapped this card inside a container. Okay, so we'll be having two cards or two containers whatever in each row. Okay, and speaking of this container, that is the card, we'll be having an image which is more precisely to be clip oval followed by a text, and this is a row, and the same for all these things. Okay, so this is just an overview of the widgets what we have been used for rendering this UI. Let us just dive into the coding part. Alright, I have just made an initial setup where I have just declared all the list of variables I'm gonna use in the upcoming widgets, and let me just explain it in brief manner. Okay, so this is nothing but the set of images I'm gonna have for my horizontal list view, and This is nothing but the offers, the related offers, that is the text what we'll be having over those images. This is the offer values and the promo code, and this is nothing but the again the list of images that we'll be having in the bottom list view what we have seen before in the screen. Okay, and I just have splitted those into left and right side values. Okay, so left side is a separate kind of card I have used, for which I have just defined those assets, and for the right I have individually just declared the image assets, and again the text what we'll be having on the left and right individually I have just declared those. And this is just for just to optimize the code, I have just predefined every values what I will be just rendering over those widgets. Okay, and let us start with the coding part. With the app bar, let me start where let me define the app bar, where I am really setting the background color as transparent. Okay, and inside that app bar, let me give the elevation as 0, so then it won't be having any old one looking. Okay, and I just want that text what I'm gonna give inside the tab bar to be placed at the center. So I am just giving the center title, and the title is what the gradient text, where you will need to specify the text our services, followed by can just import those. Okay, and let me specify the gradient is the linear gradient, followed by the color what I'm gonna give is a set of values which is 0x. The first one is f of 1 followed by 0, and another color is again a value which is 0x ff25 followed by 0 8 and ff again. Okay, align it. Okay, now we have just set the color for that text inside the tab bar. Now let us just apply style for the color, sorry, style for the text. Okay, so in the text style we could use let me set the font size as something 25, followed by the font weight. I just want that to be bold. Okay, all right. Now you can also give the align, text align as well. Align dot center. Okay, with which we will be completing the app bar. Okay, now let us just enter into the body part. Say the body, I will be giving the padding first because I just want a gap on both left and right. Okay, give it a 10. All right, after which the padding takes the child, which is the column widget. Okay, inside this column is what the first half of the widgets will be placed. First is the container, sorry, I just need to specify the children widget. Yeah, so which will be having the container. Okay, right, the child what I'm gonna give for my container is, okay, I'm doing again a column. This is the first part of the device. Okay, column which takes again a children widget as usual, and the first child is again a container where I'll be having that divider like the small line like thing. Okay, the height value as 2.5 and the decoration, which is the box decoration, where I need to specify the gradient and followed by the linear gradient and specify colors as well. You can also give color within which we will be specifying the color value, which is 0x. I think it's same as the first, so let's just copy it for timely manner. Right, and again the next color you can just copy it. Okay, alright, let's format it. Alright, now we have just specified the color for that line, and now let us just dive out of that container. And next child, before giving that, let me give the size box. Okay, where I will be specifying the height as 10 pixel gap. Okay, right, now let us just have another text which is wrapped inside a row. Okay, right, the row takes the children widget and the first child is again a gradient text. I think it's the first time we are using it now. Can just copy this, it's same, just make use of that code when you just need to change the wordings. Can we help you? Alright, and I think this is the one we will be having. Alright, font size let me set as 20 and text align as center, all those things. Okay, with which we end the second child. I'm right, and before moving to the next child, let us again give the size box. Let us specify the height value as 10, and after which we'll be having another container where let me set the main axis alignment first. Oh sorry, for the container first let me set the width. Sorry, width it as double dot infinity, the maximum it could take, followed by the height. So I'll be setting media for it on context. Height, and I just specified explicitly as something with this value. Alright, and you can also specify the decoration. This is the box decoration within which I'll be setting the border radius. Border radius dot circular, the value of 25, and you can also set the color as transparent something, because it won't be in a visible manner because we will be placing another container over that, so just leave it for now. And this container now has a child, just need to give it inside that, where let me specify the child as a row again. This is the children widget it takes, and before that let me set the main axis alignment as space between, and so this is containers for the search. Okay, for your reference, and social takes the row. Okay, the children widget, the first child. Let me have a width. I just want a gap on the left side, so just I'm giving that. Okay, and the first text is the search, where you could apply the style as text style. I'll be setting the color as colors.white, followed by the font size as something 15. Okay, alright, just format it. Now we have just specified the first child, and now let us just get rid of this row for now, and we'll specify another container where the height I will be specifying the same as that from the previous. Just copy paste it, and the width as the query dot of size dot width minus 80. Okay, just divided by 5. Alright, followed by which we'll be giving the decoration, where I'll be specifying the box decoration, and the border radius, let me specify as border radius of circular with the value of 25, and color orange. Alright, now it's time to set the icon inside the container. So let me give the child as the icon. Okay, icons dot search, and you could specify the size, where the size I will be setting as 23, and color as colors.white. Alright, now we have just specified that container, that search container. Now let us just jump out of that, and as usual leave the gap in the height value as 10. Alright, now we are just entering into that horizontal list view, and that horizontal list view is being wrapped inside a container, and the height is just a small change in that value, and set it as 2.5, and the child for the container is the list view builder. Okay, alright, before that list item builder, let me specify a few parameters, which is the scroll direction, axis to horizontal, and the item count, how many times the list view builder needs to be. Okay, this is the image source dot length. So the image source is nothing but the list which we have defined early. Okay, so I'm just appending that value to the item count, followed by the item builder. Okay, which takes the context, followed by the index. Alright, now let us just stack, where I need to specify the children widget. Okay, and the return type. Okay, format it, and the first children is the container. Okay, and inside that container let me have the width to be something media query dot of. is 14 and the child is the card. Okay, inside this card is what we will be giving that image. And before giving the child, let me specify the color as colors dot transparent, because the card does not have any color. The child is actually image, so the image is what the background gonna look like. And also you can also set the elevation as 0. Okay, now the child is the container wherein we need to specify the child for that container as center. Alright, inside that center let me have another child which is the clip or rect. Here it is, inside which you need to specify the border radius, circle of 5. Alright, format it. Now the clip or rect is the child as the image, and this is the image.assert followed by the image source of index, and let us fit that using the box fit method, where I will be specifying box fit.fill. Okay, and you can also specify the width as well, and I will be setting the with this double dot infinity. Okay, the entire width of the screen. Okay, now this will be building a list of list view. Okay, wherein for each list view it will be specifying the image to be a unique one, what we have just specified the asserts, the ALL you could see here, I think. Okay, so this image source, so each time for the first time it just renders this image over that list view, and the second time this one, and the third time this one. Okay, and for 3 times I think it would be building that list view. Okay, and with this in the horizontal list view, now let us just dive into that remaining part of the coding. Again, it is the column widget. I think let us just give it inside this. After this container, alright, when we give the main axis, axis element as main axis element dot end, and the cross axis element as cross axis element at start. So now we are just giving that offers and the promo code what we will be seeing inside that card or the list view, whatever. Okay, and I just want that text to be on the bottom left, so I'm just giving the main axis element as end and the cross axis element as start. And the column widget takes the children widget, and as usual just want a gap on the left, specify it, followed by which we having that container. So inside each container will be having a separate text, and you could specify the decoration as well using the box decoration. Wherein you need to specify the color and the border radius. Border radius is border radius that's circular with the value of 5, and the color you could specify as colors dot white. Good. Now it's time to develop the text. So the child is the text widget, within which the text we have already defined in the list view, the top. You can just make use of that for now. And style you could apply as style of, where you can specify the colors as red and font weight as font weight dot bold. Sorry. Alright, and you could specify the size as well. Font size is 20. Okay, now I have just specified or just created a single container within which we'll be having that offer value. Okay, this is the 40% offer or whatever. Now again you can just copy paste it. Okay, this one, and I just don't want a gap of 10 pixels. This 3 is enough. And now we'll be having another container within which we'll be having the details of that offer. So which one, and the changes in the offer code. For codes of index, and just change the font size is 15 and remaining same. And again the last just is offers, and again you can just copy paste it. Right, it is offer values index. Alright, now here just specify that offers for each list view. So on each list view build, it will be specifying those offers dynamically. Okay, now let us just jump out of that list view container, and now we are just developing the 3 child. It is a divider followed by text and a divider. Now we are in that stage. So it is actually wrapped inside a row. As said before, it takes the children widget expanded, in which we will be specifying the child as the container. Okay, inside the container, let me specify the height, which is important, and decoration as box decoration, followed by here we will be just specifying the gradient alone, which is the linear gradient, where we need to specify the colors as color value, which is 0x FFFF, and then next color is color value is 0x FF2508 and FF. Okay, just format it. Okay, we just specified a single container, and now we need to specify the size box with the height value as thing. Okay, now just need to have a gradient text. I think you can just copy paste the early thing just for the timely manner. Okay, just paste it and change the wording as all services. And again this thing should get repeated for nice looking. The font size will be 15 will be good, and I just don't want it as bold, I just want it as normal. Okay, now again this expanded will be placed next to this gradient text. Just paste it. Okay, now we have just specified this row as well. Now we can just jump out of that, just jump out of this container, and the last child, which will be wrapping inside a single child scroll view. And the child, what it takes is the container, the overall container within which you will be placing that list view. Okay, and I will be giving the height as auto size dot height by 2.8 would be good, something. Okay, now let us give the child for the container, which takes the expanded widget, within which we will be having the child as the list view builder again. Okay, so we just get rid of this for now and specify various parameters first. Just the item count. Here let me set the item count as service name dot left dot length. So this expanded is nothing but the left side. It just deals with the left side widgets of the card. Okay, so I just specify that item count, and the item builder, which takes the context followed by the index, inside which we will be returning a row. Okay, here is return a row. So this services dot neighbor length, it is, I am just gonna specify 3 for both left and right, so it won't be a problem whatever you give here. Okay, now here in where we will be specifying the container. Okay, inside the container let me specify the width first, and then which the media coding define weight to. Okay, so when this is giving 25, yes, because I have just left a gap of both 10 pixel gap on both left and right side, so it totally counts to 20, and in between each card I'll be giving a gap of 5 pixels, so it actually totally counts to 25. So 25 is what the remaining space which we'll be gonna make use of, and inside that, within that width we'll be specifying 2 cards. Okay, so for the first card I just make use of the width which is divided by 2. Okay, and height let me set it as 100, and the color transparent. All right, and child, where you need to specify the card. For the card you can have a row. Okay, which takes the children widget. Before that, for the card let me set the elevation as 0, and for that row let me set the cross axis alignment as well. This is the cross axis alignment dot start center. Okay, the main axis alignment as main axis alignment dot again center widget. Okay, now let's just build those widgets. Okay, inside which here we are just developing that initial child, which is a image. Okay, I'll be wrapping that inside clip oval. I just want that image to be a circular manner, circular shape. Inside the clip oval, let me specify the child, which is the container. Inside the container, it takes the child, which is the image. The image dot assert of service is left, I think. Services left of the index, and so I have just already specified that asserts at the beginning, so we can just make use of that. And as fit, you can just set it as using the box fit dot, let me have it as fill for now. Okay, and followed by which we'll be having the width, let me specify 55, and height, let me set it as 55 again. This is more likely to be rounded, and you can just get rid of this. It's time to describe that image, what it is. Before that, let me give the gap. Okay, now let me wrap that text inside a flexible widget, because it actually takes or actually aligns that text based upon the size it is actually having. Okay, and the text is, I have also specified the name services.left of index, and just make use of that as well. And a small change in the style, I'm going to specify that using the text style option, wherein we just will be giving the font size as 20 and colors black. It's default black only, so no need to give. Also the font weight dot bold. Okay, now we have just specified the first container link. Okay, now we can just make use of this entire container, because this is the same coding is gonna get repeated. Before that, let me specify the sized box, where I'll be setting the height as pink, its width, right? Okay, paste this container again. The change in this right, followed by service name dot right, and I think all of the things are same, I hope. And here it is right. Okay, think that's it. Just format it, with which we just end up developing the UI what we have seen in the earlier part. So thanks guys, thanks for watching, stay tuned, bye.